Hi, today I'm playing a Mortician's Tale, and let's see what it's all about. Alright. Hello and welcome to our new funeral director. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our new funeral director, Charlotte, or Charlie as she told me she likes to be referred to. Charlie's a recent graduate who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her career here with us at Rose and Daughter's Funeral Home. Please take the time to make Charlie feel at home within our little family. We'll have a nice catered lunch this afternoon so we can all get to know each other a little better as well. Sincerely, Amy Rose. That's nice. Hello, Charlie. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain where everything is. In your office preparation room, you'll find your cremation station, cremulator station, embalming station, and obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. Amy Rose. Hello, Charlie. Hope you settled in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. Oh. Your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a little bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier if that's possible. That being said, although you'll not be embalming Mrs. Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find Mrs. Garcia in the prep room. Talk soon. Amy. Funerals monthly. I didn't even know. Good etiquette for attending a funeral. Don't be on your cell phone. Don't be loud and obnoxious. Don't get drunk. Happily reminisce. Give condolences. Dress appropriately. Give a gift or sign the registration book. Okay. Okay. Was I supposed to read something else? Did I not open? Oh, I should answer that. I guess this is Mrs. Garcia. Alrighty. Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony, no embalming, you're just going to clean the body. This. Oh. Perfect. Time to go to her funeral. You're responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but also important to pay your respects. Follow the arrow to go to the funeral parlor. Okie dokie. All dressed up. That was fast. Okay. Pantyhose are itchy. You're right. Who are you? Should've. There's snacks over on the table. Oh. Oh, that's kind of strange. then can I just go back? I guess I can just go back. Can't have any snacks. Just gonna head out. October 11th, 10:09. It's been like a month. Is this my friend from London? Okay, so let me explain this in a bit more detail. A colleague and I were discussing the tight lacer's liver specimen we have here at the museum. It's from a woman who died in 1907, and the liver is tapered inwards from what the doctor leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing under corset. It's fascinating because it's kind of a controversial topic. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associated it with fainting or hysteria, it's actually been associated with visceroptosis, which is when the organs fall to the lower part of the abdomen, right? Which is super unsettling, but can also be caused by being pregnant. So, of course, it's probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do this kind of internal organ damage, and I'm tired of the condescension about my wardrobe that implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are the kinds of things I specifically research, and yet I'm treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day. That's lame. Oh. Oh, oh, jeez. Can I write for just a second? I'm so tired of hearing strangers, colleagues, anybody, male colleagues, get on my case for wearing corsets. I wear them under my blazer and over a nice blouse, so it's not like I'm dressing inappropriately, or even though dress codes are such sexist BS anyways. And like, I hate how their misogyny gets veiled in faux concern. Jen, I'm just worried you're damaging your body. You know what corsets do to livers, right? Corsets don't do anything to livers. They're definitely not hurting me as much as your condescension is hurting my head. Oh, sorry, I'm out of sorts right now. I'll send you another email in a little bit when I'm cooled off. Alright, here's my next job. Here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family's very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Pleasing a grieved family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duval, an elderly man, died of old age, nothing fancy, just a standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter Lizzie if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as can be expected. As always, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Best, Amy Rose. P.S. Charlie, please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my maternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't mother you too much. Well, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows. Okay, Mr. Duval. Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Start by cleaning with the sponge. So that's same as last time. Click on the razor, drag it over the body to shave it. Don't want to get the nips. In order to break rigor mortis, you have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each eye socket to give it shape. Oh. To keep the eyes shut, you need to glue them. Click and drag the glue onto each eye to shut it. Now sex in hollows. Once the body starts decomposing, click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape. Keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it shut. Click and drag the needle and thread over the jaw to close it. Click and drag the lotion to moisturize it, prevents the skin from drying out. Balming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Click and drag the scalpel over the neck to make an incision. You're going to need a tube. Click on the tube and drag it into the neck incision. Click on the cannula, drag it onto the carotid artery. This is how you'll get the preserving chemicals into the bloodstream. Where's it? There? Oh. Okay. Now you need to connect the embalming machine to this. Grab some additional tubing. Like from here to here. There. Oh, there. Click the button on the embalming machine to turn it on. I don't need this anymore. Okay. Evenly distributing chemicals. So that incision. Need to drain the organs of remaining fluids. Yes. And you're done. Mike will take care of Mr. Duvall's makeup as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. Time to attend the funeral. Okie doke. Different snacks this time. One minute you're laughing, having fun, the next poof, person is gone. This is a really... white? That's interesting. Another 2 months later. This is definitely a very nice game, even though it's about death. Hello, Charlie. Today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. Best, Amy Rose. Okay. Before we cremate Mrs. Hall, we'll need to prepare. Family brought clothing, jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process as to not damage them. Okay. I have that. Need to be able to identify Mrs. Hall's remains after she's been cremated. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin. Okay, she's all set. This is the cremulator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash so much as bone fragments. Using the cremulator will break these bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn in there. Click on the urn and drag it under the nozzle. Drag the bone fragments and drop them into the top. Oh. Now all the bones have been processed. Put the urn back on here. Put Miss Hall's necklace back in. Oh, okay. Okay. Crab cakes. That sounds delicious. Valentine's Day. Rose and Daughters will no longer be in business. This original Rose, you've all become like family. It's getting hard to make ends meet. Rent is going up. Finding less and less like I have the energy for this business. There's a lot of competition from other funeral homes. Larger corporations than we offer more impressive services. So we've been bought or I sold. Either way, soon Hillside Heritage Enterprises, company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country, will replace Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping the name for tax purposes, though honestly I'm trying hard not to just see it as a move on their part to keep up the image that it's a family-run business. I don't know how I feel about that, but I also don't know if there's anything I can do either. I've signed the papers. At least my father's legacy is still intact. I have a good reputation and I've agreed to keep you all on. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as they as long as you weren't all without a job. Sorry I didn't tell you in a more personal way. I would have loved to have a company lunch, but I didn't have the heart to tell you in person. This was easier for me. Please understand. Sincerely, Amy Rose. Hi, Amy. I'm so eternally grateful you were able to accommodate our request for my sister's funeral. It was a beautiful service, and she would have been happy with it. That's such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. So next one is another cremation with the pacemaker. Grief counselor email. That's kind of strange. Friend's been playing a new game called Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Like Minesweeper, but way harder. Interesting. Oh. I'm not good at that game. Alright, well, I think I'll leave this here. I might actually play this one again. I really kind of like this game. It's very relaxing and quite interesting. Yeah, if you liked it, let me know. Give it a like. And yeah, I'll see you at the next one. Bye.